again, thank you very much for your time. I know you must be all busy. Well, even today is a public holiday. Saya lupa ini public holiday sampai kemarin karena di rumah terus. But I promise I'm gonna try to make this as useful as possible for all of you. Semua yang saya sampaikan hari ini akan bisa diaplikasikan langsung di kehidupan nyata. Terutama untuk business operators, either business owners or marketing managers, or just if you're just someone with passion in the digital world. Now, okay, I'll introduce myself again, just to make sure that we're all on the same page. My name is Alan Ostenfeld, and I am currently the director of AiiMS.id. Kita digital marketing agency, tapi bedanya kita adalah AiiMS itu singkatan dari Australian Institute of Internet Marketing Services, dan kita sudah di Australia itu selama 10 tahun dari tahun 2010, dan kita sudah melalui perjalanan di mana digital market masih kecil banget di sana sampai naik dan tahun ini mencapai titik maturation, kedewasaan di mana digital market di Australia itu sudah mulai turun sedikit. Disitulah suatu market, as you probably already know, disitulah suatu market sudah dewasa dan sudah quite saturated. Now, when I did my market research about the Indonesian digital market, compared to Australia specifically, because that's where I'm from, Indonesia's 7 to 8 years behind Australia. When you see the graph, when you see the numbers, and when you see everything else, it's pretty much 7 to 8 years behind. And because of that, we want to come here and make sure and help businesses, membantu bisnis-bisnis di Indonesia untuk membuat keputusan-keputusan yang benar berdasarkan kesalahan-kesalahan yang dibuat oleh bisnis-bisnis di Australia pada masa lalu dari tahun 2010 itu, if that makes sense at all. Banyak bisnis-bisnis yang tadinya harusnya in 10 years, in 1 decade, marketing spend-nya itu $1 million, let's say, in total. Tapi mereka spend $3-4 million just because they made mistakes. It's all trial and error, you know. So we come in with that experience, with that expertise to make sure that Indonesian businesses nggak buat kesalahan yang sama. As much as we can, obviously. Now, today's topic is being online ready. We're gonna dissect, membedah apa itu artinya menjadi siap secara online yang sesungguhnya. Dan saya hari ini ada ditemani oleh Pak Jimmy Gani. He's pretty popular, I bet. A lot of you know him. He's been CEO for multiple different companies in the past. Maybe he was CEO for 3 companies at once, I don't know. And he was also a minister of, the advisor to the Minister of Villages of Indonesia. So an overachieving person, very influential, very ambitious, very high energy kind of person. And I've always loved sharing and talking with Pak Jimmy because it's just very, very empowering. Right now, Pak Jimmy, maybe Pak Jimmy akan cerita sendiri lebih lanjut lagi nanti. Pak Jimmy has a new baby called Orbitin.id, and it's a marketplace that helps UMKM and small businesses in Indonesia to find the services that they need, the products that they need securely and efficiently, so that they can grow. And this is amazing. To me, it sounds very amazing because even AiiMS in Australia, our focus is on small businesses, so we that's how much in sync me and Pak Jimmy are, I think, in this particular matter. So Pak Jimmy, do you want to take it and sort of tell us more about that?
Thank you so much. Hello, can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Okay, thank you so much, Pak Alan. Selamat siang, good afternoon, everybody. Senang sekali bisa hadir di sini. Thank you so much for being here. Nama saya Jimmy Gani, tadi Pak Alan sudah memperkenalkan. Salam kenal untuk teman-teman yang belum pernah ketemu atau belum pernah berkenalan dengan saya. Kembali lagi tadi Mr. Allen mention about my current passion. Jadi sekarang saya mencoba untuk menyelami dunia yang baru. Jadi kalau bicara bisnis seperti yang Pak Allen sampaikan, saya udah mulai bisnis itu dari kira-kira 28 tahun yang lalu. Pada saat itu saya masih kuliah usia 19 tahun, tapi tentunya banyak belajar gitu ya, jatuh bangun sampai akhirnya saya kesempatan untuk bisa membangun perusahaan dan grup perusahaan yang saya sekarang ini pimpin. Waktu itu saya di tahun 2003 membangun Proven Force Indonesia. Jadi saya bangun itu atas dasar pengalaman saya, karena memang saya dulunya seorang konsultan productivity yang membantu banyak perusahaan untuk memperbaiki kinerjanya. Jadi saya melalang melintang. Jadi sebagai Vice President untuk Asia pada saat sebelum saya bikin perusahaan itu melakukan tentunya project-project untuk perbaikan di berbagai negara gitu ya, di Malaysia, di Philippines, di Singapura, di Thailand dan sebagainya. Nah, berdasarkan pengalaman itu kemudian akhirnya dapat kesempatan untuk bisa bangun sendiri tahun 2003 dan alhamdulillah sekarang sudah memasuki tahun ke-20. Jadi kita udah masuk ke tahun 18 ya. Kita jadi dari satu orang sekarang udah luar biasa berkembang menjadi perusahaan yang lumayan solid. Saya sendiri juga sekarang aktifnya sebagai chairman dan sekarang ini setelah saya malang melintang karena PFI udah jalan sendiri sejak 10 tahun lalu saya mendelegasikan ke team of professional. Saya akhirnya masuk ke BUMN sebagai dirut di salah satu BUMN, kemudian sempat menjadi seorang rektor dan menjadi seorang advisor menteri dan setelah itu selesai semua, akhirnya seperti Pak Alan sampaikan sekarang I have found a new passion, Mr. Allen, which is the digital world. Jadi digital world ini something new. Saya bukan seperti kebanyakan yang ada di sini yang digital native karena mereka kan kebanyakan di sini mungkin digital native. Jadi mereka sudah terbiasa gitu dengan digital. Saya sendiri jadi baru belajar nih. Jadi saya nanti mau banyak belajar dari Mr. Allen, kemudian juga banyak belajar dari teman-teman. Tapi intinya Orbitin is a digital platform for companies, mostly small and medium enterprise, UKM gitu ya. Kita mau bikin UKM itu bisa akselerasi dan grow dengan cara mereka mengadopsi digital dan juga mengadopsi modern principles of management. Saya sebagai dosen juga strategic management ya tentunya berharap bahwa kita bisa tentunya memberikan nantinya akses kepada UKM dalam rangka mereka mendigitalize their business. Itu kira-kira sedikit share dari saya, Mr. Allen, untuk permulaan. Mudah-mudahan kita bisa saling mengenal ke depannya dan saya tentunya berharap nanti bisa bergabung dalam komunitas dari Orbitin sebagai anak perusahaan daripada PFI dan juga anak perusahaan dari Tempo Media Group yang merupakan salah satu grup media terbesar di Indonesia. Mereka care juga terhadap UKM, mereka juga care terhadap integrity, kejujuran, kemudian juga terhadap kemajuan bangsa ini, sehingga mereka akhirnya masuk sebagai salah satu pemegang saham selain dari JG Corp yang merupakan perusahaan pendiri dan juga memegang mayoritas. Gitu, Mr. Allen. Let's start. You know,
Well
it's
done.
exciting.
You guys saw his CV, right? I can't possibly read all that. But yeah, we went to that Tempo event. That was a very, very good event. Wow. Excellent event by Jimmy, where you introduced the Orbitin. Anyways, okay, so let's get started. I've prepared, well, Kim actually prepared. Oops. Okay, so this is the slide. I just want to make sure that everybody can see the slides. All good? Okay, I'll take that as a yes.
Yes.
So, is your business online ready? All right. Now, a lot of people think that being online ready is easy. You need just get a website, right? Pak Jimmy, just get a website and then you're all good. I'm online. Saya udah
Right.
online and I udah punya website. But where is it? 1 second, please. Sorry. Okay, if you believe growing online is easy, think again. Now, being online ready means that you're growing online. All right, you must create channels that enables you to grow in this particular platform, and it's not an easy task. All right, that's why at AiiMS we like to call this whole digital world the digital jungle. Because it's like a jungle. There's a lot of wild beasts roaming about. There is even plants that can eat you. That's why it's called the digital jungle. And you have to make sure that you do the right things. You have the right equipment to go in. So that you will survive in that digital jungle. And maybe more than survive, you will succeed in the digital jungle. Now, don't get fooled. Jangan tertipu dengan banyak iklan-iklan di luar sana, banyak orang-orang yang bilang, oh, being online is easy. It's easy to get a website. Just get a website builder. You drag and drop elements, and then you have your website. But the question becomes, does it work for you? Okay. Many businesses have learned the hard way that this is growing online is not easy because there are also a lot of let's say these digital cowboys. These cowboys go around, mereka ke bisnis-bisnis, mereka menawarkan servis mereka dengan harga yang sangat murah, dan kebanyakan pelaku-pelaku bisnis tertarik dengan harga yang murah itu, dan karena mereka belum menganggap digital itu sangat penting. Jadi misalkan budget untuk offline marketing, let's say dalam sebulan 100 juta, but in digital maybe only 10 juta. Because they don't think it works, because they don't know if it works or not, and they're not brave enough to try. So that instead of going to a proper agency to get their website, they hire a cowboy to get them a website for 5 million rupiah, for example, which is very, very cheap. But a few months later, a year later, the website is just there. It doesn't produce anything. So when you think about the return on investment, it's actually zero return on investment, as opposed to getting it properly done from the start, and you can actually get a much, much higher return on investment. Let's see. Another thing why we need to take digital very, very seriously is that digital marketing, digital advertising is the most measurable marketing activity that you can do ever. Hands down, the most measurable. And why is measurement important, right? Because without data, you're just another person with an opinion, okay? When you say something, if you can't prove it, kalau tidak bisa dibuktikan dengan data, dan Anda hanyalah ada satu orang yang punya pendapat. Dan how much does pendapat mean, really? If we can't back it up with facts, right? Now, digital marketing, let's say Google Ads. Google Ads can easily show you, if you put in 50,000, you put in 1 million rupiah on advertising, you'll know exactly how many calls you get. You know exactly how many online forums you get out of that 1 million, all right? Now, moving on to the next one. These are the things that you need to determine to be able to achieve that status of online readiness level, okay? The first thing is your website. Okay, I know you probably heard this many, many times, but I'm telling you again, the difference between the Australian digital marketing and the Indonesian digital marketing at the moment is in Indonesia, websites are not really considered to be a marketing channel at all. Buktinya begini, banyak orang yang ingin punya website, tapi mereka ingin punya website, tapi mereka tidak tahu mau diapakan website tersebut. Mereka punya website karena mereka harus punya website, karena mereka harus punya online portfolio. But that's wrong. If you're still doing that, then you're not online ready. When the standard that you have with your website to be able to be online ready is that if you can take advantage of that website to start grabbing leads, to start getting calls from it, to start getting online form submissions from it. And this is possible for any kind of business. Don't you agree, Pak Jimmy? I think you're muted, Pak.
Yes, I agree.
Okay. I thought I lost you there for a bit. Yeah. So when you start getting leads from it, that's when you're really online ready. And preparing the channel in order for your business to get leads from it is not easy. You need to make sure that your online form works. You need to make sure that the click-to-call element on your website works. And most importantly, you need to make sure that on your website you have what is called call to action. Okay, I like to call it CTA. Now, what are call to action? Call to action is basically a phrase or a small sentence where you tell your website visitors what to do. Jadi, because a lot of people these days are lazy. Like, believe it or not, they're lazy. We need to guide them every step of the way. When they come into your website and they see your phone number, mereka lihat phone number, mereka tetap harus diarahkan untuk klik phone number tersebut. Call us here. That's a call to action. Okay. Fill out this form and we'll get back to you. Put the name, a phone number, email, blah blah blah. That's another call to action. Now, an average website in Australia on the homepage has an average of at least 10 calls to action on one page. And these calls to action elements are not only at the top where they see the website for the first time, but as they scroll down, di tengah-tengah page tersebut ada call to action. Di bawah sedikit ada call to action. So wherever they are on that page, or wherever they are, better, like on your website, there is always a call to action where they can just tap on it and then contact you. Or again, fill out a form, depending on what you need and what you're looking for. In Australia, calling is the most popular one. And if your leads call you, then you have a much higher chance of converting that lead rather than online forum. Actually, that we have all the data. Okay, so that's number one, call to action. Maybe something that's more important than that is whether your website is mobile friendly or not, because 80%, 90% of people that visit websites these days, they all do it through their mobile instead of a desktop. So that is a very, very important to make sure, important thing to make sure. That your website is mobile friendly, so that it can be found on people's mobile. Okay, so that's the website. We have to determine whether it's good enough to perform on the digital stage. And how do you do that? Is from assessing it. Call to action number one, mobile friendly number two, load speed is number three. Make sure that it loads fast enough. Under 2 seconds is ideal, and lower than that is even better, because people, again, not only are they lazy, but they're also very impatient as well. And according to research, orang-orang yang visit website dan website itu takes more than 2 seconds to load, mereka akan pergi, mereka akan bounce dan tidak jadi masuk ke website tersebut karena menunggunya terlalu lama. Okay, the next thing is the business market itself. Is your business marketable when put against your competition? Now, this might sound easy, but it's probably not, because this is the stage where you compare yourself to your competition. It's like, okay, like, we all do that already, Alan. Like, thank you very much for stating the obvious. But no, I mean on the digital stage. Okay, you need to go to your competitor's website and see what they have to offer. Maybe they offer 10% discount if you order online, or maybe they offer a free, I don't know, a free tote bag or something for every product that you purchase. These are the online offers that can make your website more marketable when it's, saat dibandingkan dengan kompetisi-kompetisi yang ada di sekitar kalian. Dan another thing is these offers are also great for online campaigns rather than just advertising your business as a business, but you advertise the offer, not the business. Okay. Now the third thing is your leads. Now your leads, this is where you determine what kind of leads you want. Mau leads macam apa? Apakah phone call is better? Apakah online form submission is better? Then you decide that. And why is it important to decide? Because that's going to determine what your call to action is going to be on your website. Let's take a school, for example. Yeah, a school, obviously, maybe phone calls are not that important. Maybe for schools, it's better that they get registrations or data. I think that's their most important. That's the one thing that they look for the most, is so that the online form on your website should look amazing. Online form di websitenya sekolah itu harus kelihatan bagus banget dan menarik mata banget dan mudah untuk diakses oleh orang-orang. Jadi mereka tinggal klik, apalagi kalau mobile friendly seperti saya bilang tadi, tinggal klik di HP, masukkan nama anak, nomor telepon, all kinds of things. The same thing with insurance products or property even, maybe online forms are what's best because you want to build database, you want to grow this database, and after you grow this database, you want to follow up with a nurturing campaign, right? So after they sign up, they get an email. 2 days after they sign up, they receive a phone call from your sales team. A week later, they receive an offer through email blast. A week after that, another offer, and so on and so forth. And you just keep growing this database, and that's how you put them through the what do you call the sales funnel, so to speak. Okay, and these leads will also determine what sort of online platform you have, whether you want a website, a full-on website, or a landing page, right? And for all these things, you can always follow AiiMS on Instagram, AiiMS.Indonesia. That's what we are, and we always distribute these knowledge, snippets of knowledge about the digital world. And you'll find a post where we talk about the differences between landing pages and websites. Now, when it comes to leads, usually a landing page is what works. Landing page adalah website cuma satu halaman saja. Dan usually itu cuma untuk tujuan dari page itu hanya satu. Jadi misalkan ada perusahaan, let's say a property company. You cannot put all your properties there on one landing page. It has to be just one particular property, because you might have one property in BSD, for example, and your target audience is middle low. And then you have one in Sudirman, which is obviously your target audience is high up. You want to have two different campaigns for these two properties. Then you also need two different landing pages. This is why landing pages are so good. It's because they can be very, 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 very specific to because the conversion rate. Conversion rate? What is that?
Rasio untuk konversinya.
Rasio konversinya itu memang tujuan landing page adalah untuk meninggikan rasio konversi setinggi mungkin.
Mr. Alan, boleh nggak cerita tentang landing page ini, karena orang belum tentu tahu semua apa sih landing page maksudnya gitu.
Oh iya, tentu saja. Well, landing page adalah website, cuma hanya satu halaman.
Oke.
Dan tujuan dari landing page ini sebagai website, well, bukan website ya, itu hanya satu tujuan. Seperti saya ceritakan barusan, ada satu properti di BSD yang mungkin target audience yang menengah ke bawah, lalu ada satu properti di Sudirman yang targetnya menengah ke atas, dan tapi dua properti ini dimiliki oleh satu developer yang sama. Ya, mereka bisa bikin dua landing pages, satu untuk yang di BSD dan satu untuk yang di Sudirman.
Tapi masuknya ke website yang sama dulu, baru ke landing page.
Oh enggak, langsung.
Oh,
Langsung ke landing page yang dituju.
Ya.
Begitu Pak Jimmy. Jadi karena lokasi juga berbeda dari dua properti ini dan juga stylenya berbeda dari dua properti ini, landing page yang dibuat seharusnya mengikuti target audience yang dituju.
Itu ada chat dari Samuel Joni. Apa boleh dikasih contoh landing page? Ada nggak contohnya? Misalnya landing page dari mana gitu kan?
Oke, boleh. Ini menarik sekali ini. Oke, kita ada pertanyaan juga ya.
Iya.
Apakah share saya masih kelihatan?
Kelihatan.
Ini saya buka website, kelihatan ya Pak Jimmy?
Ya, kelihatan.
Okay. Alright, great. So ini adalah salah satu website kami di Australia yang untuk perusahaan pest control. Oke, jadi ini menarik juga mungkin untuk di-share ke teman-teman di sini. Di Australia yang paling populer adalah service-based businesses seperti plumbing, tukang ledeng, lalu electrician, tukang listrik, pest control, tukang pembunuh serangga atau pest, ya bisa laba-laba, bisa tikus dan sebagainya macam lainnya. Ini Bug Free Pest Control, ini perusahaan pest control yang mungkin terbesar pertama atau kedua di Sydney, ya. Dan perusahaan-perusahaan ini yang service-based business ini, mereka spend di digital marketingnya sangat kuat sekali, banyak sekali yang mereka spend. Contohnya untuk mungkin ada beberapa yang agak familiar dengan Google Ads di webinar ini, seperti ada satu istilah di Google Ads yaitu cost per click, yang menandakan berapa yang Anda harus bayar untuk mendapatkan satu klik dari suatu keyword. Let's say di Indonesia untuk satu klik 20.000, 30.000 itu sudah mahal banget. Kalau di Sydney untuk plumber keyword, misalkan plumber Sydney, itu bisa up to $80 per klik atau Rp800.000 satu klik untuk satu kliknya. Disitulah
tapi mungkin itu lebih murah daripada kalau kita datengin perusahaan itu harus spend 1 or 2 hours untuk explain atau misalnya kita iklan di majalah gitu ya atau di koran kan, belum tentu kita dapat sebanyak itu gitu.
Benar sekali, betul sekali seperti yang Pak Jimmy bilang. Ini adalah cara terbaik dan mungkin mereka nggak punya banyak pilihan juga selain ini, karena orang-orang di sana juga untuk service-service seperti ini mereka carinya di Google.
Right.
Jadi mereka nggak ada pilihan selain advertise di Google. Dan spendingnya mereka itu bisa 50-60 juta per harinya.
Wow.
Per satu hari. Itu sekitar $5.000-6.000 per day.
Wow.
Tergantung size-nya mereka. Kalau mereka misalkan tukang ledengnya banyak atau tukang listriknya banyak, mereka kan harus terus dapat job. Ya kan? Nah, disinilah AiiMS itu dibentuknya untuk masalah web design dan web development adalah di suatu environment, lingkungan yang seperti ini. Jadi kita selalu under pressure untuk memastikan budget marketing klien-klien kita yang besar itu menghasilkan sesuatu. Dan bagaimana caranya kita melakukan itu, yaitu dengan membuat landing page yang conversion rate-nya tinggi. Oke. Ini sebenarnya yang saya buka sekarang adalah bug free ini bukan landing page ya. Ini adalah website.
Website, oke.
Cuma stylenya style landing page.
Jadi landing page itu cuma satu halaman ya dia ya.
Seperti ini.
Ah, oke.
Alan,
Yes.
it's my conclusion. One company have one website for one landing page. If one company have two business or one business with two target business,
Yes.
is they have two landing page.
Yes.
It's true.
Yeah, bisa.
Yeah.
You can do that. You can definitely do that. Okay, so I think we have to understand the difference between a domain name and a website. Yeah.
Okay.
You can have one domain name. Let's say, but who's talking right now? Sorry.
Pak Samuel.
Samuel.
My name is Samuel.
Yeah. So Pak Samuel, what's your business name?
Strategic PT Strategic Customer Solution.
Okay, great. That's a great name, by the way. Strategic Customer Solution. Let's say your website is strategiccustomersolution.co.id. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, strategic customer solution. So you wanna
we have a business is consulting management for stock opnam and application for stock take. That's it.
Application for stock take
and develop a standard operating procedure for company.
All right.
Yes.
So those two services, let's say.
Yes.
So your website name, strategiccustomersolution.co.id.
Yes.
Now you can have at the end of it, you can have /SOP. Now,
yes.
That's going to be your landing page specifically for your SOP services. You're developing SOP development services. So if someone searches on Google SOP development service, then your ad will come up. And then when they click that ad, they will go to strategiccustomersolution.co.id/SOP. And then for the other service, you can have another landing page for that and just put a / after the strategic customer solution.co.id. Did that answer your question, Pak Samuel?
Okay. I understand.
So let me summarize then. Jadi, so you have one address for the website, tapi landing page itu masing-masing itu ada subnya gitu ya?
Yes.
Kira-kira gitu.
Jadi ada domain, ada main domain, lalu ada bukan subdomain sih, lebih ke URL. Domain itu misal itu sebelum dot yang pertama. Agak too technical. Oke.
Tapi nggak harus dua alamat. Ini ada pertanyaan soalnya. Harus ada dua alamat web nggak? Nggak harus kan berarti ya?
Nggak harus. Satu saja sudah cukup.
Satu website alamatnya, tapi habis itu ada 2 landing, 2, 3, 4 mau berapa landing page yang khusus gitu ya?
Yang khusus tidak masalah.
Ya.
Alan, its landing page is a different with company profile.
Oh, different.
Okay. Actually, it's more focused on selling. That's the difference between website and landing page. So website is company profile. You talk about the CEO is Pak Jimmy Gani. The past experience is this company. But landing page is more like call us now, contact us now, buy from us now, give me money. You know.
Hard sell jadi ya, hard sell.
A little bit hard sell, yeah. Like you can see here, what I'm showing you, what I'm sharing with you right now. So give us a call today, and then get a quote. And then over 20 years experience, on time, every time, environmentally friendly, guaranteed to solve your pest problems, will beat any legitimate quote, prompt service, competitive prices, $120 all general pest, and then you have the very interactive online form here that you can see. And this kind of online form, even though it looks very simple, it usually works better than just a normal online form. If that makes sense, because people can actually play with it. Like if I touch the cockroach, it changes colors.
But it is only one page ya, jadi dia nggak ada link kemana-mana lagi gitu kan?
Betul sekali.
There's no other link.
Yep. semua informasi yang dibutuhkan untuk menjual suatu service atau produk ada di sini.
Oke.
Semua yang dibutuhkan. Mereka bisa lihat harga, mereka bisa lihat types of pests that you can get rid of, and so on and so forth. Yeah.
Include promotion.
Yes, ini promotion ada tuh kan?
This is promotion here from
Yeah.
120
Yes.
summer
Okay.
deal. Yeah. And this is the focus. This is what usually, without this promotion, landing page doesn't usually work. Okay, so like back again to that property company that I was talking about, one in BSD, menengah ke bawah, one in Sudirman, menengah ke atas. Mungkin untuk yang menengah ke bawah, untuk landing page-nya harusnya fokusnya lebih ke, wow, ini murah, you know, from this much, you know, you can buy an apartment unit from this much. So because their psychology is, your target audience psychology is all about how cheap it is.
Yeah.
You know, they don't really focus on quality. They don't mind. Like if it's kalau decent, it's good enough for them. But they want to know if they can afford it. Bedanya dengan yang di Sudirman, the posh one, the really like, you know, high end one. It's like they don't care about money anymore. They don't care how much. Well, maybe they do, but not as much as the other people in BSD, let's say.
Not price sensitive, as price sensitive.
Yes, not as price oriented. Yes, thank you, Bakji. They know how exclusive it is. Oh, it's the most exclusive residence in Jakarta. It's beautiful. It's got a big swimming pool. It's got blah 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 blah. So that's where you play with their psychology. But obviously, other than that, you want to also target the right locations. You want to, you know, but that's what I'm trying to say with landing pages. If you want your website to convert, get a landing page, okay? And landing pages work so well that in Sydney, if you can see my screen now, that in Sydney, even websites now are built like a landing page. So they don't look like a website anymore. You know, it's like this, Buck Free. I think it's the same company as the Inner West Exterminators.
Yeah.
And look at what kind of information you can put here. Professional disinfectant services available now. You know, so that's them reacting to the current situation with the COVID-19. And you know, I don't even want to say that word anymore. I hear it every day. I'm so sorry. Another thing here.
Satu pertanyaan Pak Alan dari Echa Ita ini di chat. Do we have to put the prices in for the products that we publish?
It depends. Is your audience price oriented or no? Apakah mereka price oriented atau enggak? Tergantung di situ. Ada beberapa produk yang mereka itu price oriented. Like me, for example, when I want to buy a pair of Air Jordans, Nike shoes, you know, I'll be price oriented about that.
Yeah.
Because I know I don't need a pair of Air Jordans, but I would love me a pair of Air Jordans. You know what I mean? Like,
sure.
I want to make sure, like, does it still make sense or not?
Yeah.
So it really depends. It really depends. Yeah.
So it depends. And there's another question, Pak Alan. What's the benchmark pricing in Indonesia per link click for Google and FB ads to drive traffic to landing pages? You mentioned about Australia, right? Could be up to $50, $60. How about Indonesia? What's the benchmark pricing?
Indonesia, for social media ads, it's below 1,000 rupiah per click. Okay. It usually ranges between, let's say, 300 rupiah to about 1,000 rupiah for Facebook and Instagram ads. But for Google ads, it ranges between 5 to 20,000 rupiah per click.
20,000. Tapi, and this is very focused ya, karena whoever is actually clicking are ones that are very interested gitu. Jadi likelihood of their buying it's quite high gitu ya.
Yeah, it's called intent marketing. So they actually have the intention. Mereka punya keinginan untuk mencari sesuatu yang spesifik itu sudah sebelum mereka lihat landing page Anda. Gitu. Dibanding dengan Facebook dan Instagram, itu lebih ke information, sort of discovery marketing.
Yeah.
mereka nggak tahu sebelumnya, mereka nggak pengen, nggak kepikiran, tiba-tiba melihat ad tersebut. Jadi fingers crossed mereka bakal mau. Jadi lebih tidak conversion rate-nya nggak sebagus Google Ads.
Alright.
Okay, going back to this website, just wanted to show some interesting stuff that they're doing in Sydney at the moment. They have this. This is the new trend now. If you can see here, it's COVID-19 certified.
Okay.
This is actually a certificate of acknowledgement released by the Australian government. It's like an infection control training, infection control training provided by the government, and businesses are, it's mandatory. Ini diharuskan di Australia untuk bisnis mendapatkan sertifikat ini, terutama kalau mereka bisnisnya berhubungan langsung dengan customer, langsung ketemu ke rumahnya customer untuk betulin toiletnya maybe or something like that. Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's very interesting, isn't it? Yeah, so this is website, but with a landing page feel. I'm just going to show you quickly, and we're going to move on after this. So again, let's just do a little thing. Let's see from this one screen that you see right now, ada berapa klik call to action yang ada di sini? Kira-kira ada berapa? Bisa mungkin beberapa ditaruh di chat. Kalian lihat screen di sini, lalu hitung ada berapa call to action atau CTA yang saya bilang tadi. Saya kasih waktu 30 detik.
1, 2, 3.
Ya, let's see, ada yang chat di sini.
1, 2, 3, 4 ya?
Bilang 4. Ya. 4. Ini untuk East, ada pertanyaan, setelah ini saya jawab ya.
Ya, silakan.
Okay, let's see. Kita hitung bersama ya. 1, request a call back.
Okay.
2, click to call phone number. 3, what is this? Oh, email.
Online, oh yeah.
Sorry. I hate it when that happens. Okay. Tadi 1, 2, 3.
Oh,
and then book online. So 4 so far, yeah.
Send inquiry, ya. 5.
Okay. And if you just scroll down a little bit, you see this 30-second free quote.
Iya.
So let's say 6. Atau kalau ini nggak dihitung jadi 5,5 ya, cuma lihat.
Okay.
Jadi that's how important calls to action are. You might think it's so simple. It's like, of course, there's a phone number there. Just click it. People will understand. No, they won't.
Yeah.
They either won't understand or they're too lazy to understand. I don't know what it is. I'm amazed by this myself. But click to call. Make sure that your intention is clear, what you want people to do. Okay? And if you move across the page, there's a lot of text. This is SEO stuff. And then we have another call to action here. Scroll, another call to action here. Scroll, another call to action here. Keep scrolling. You find another call to action, another call to action, another call to action, and where's that thing? And oh, we forgot to mention this. So there's actually 7 at the top. Okay, so 7 calls to action, and then a lot more as you scroll down the landing page or the website, whatever you want to call it. But to me, this is a bugfree.com.au is a landing page style website. I would call it that because I don't know what else to call it. But it's like, you have other stuff here that you can see. All right, let's get back. Well, I just gave Bugfree free marketing in Indonesia.
You should charge, yeah? By the way, there's East has a question.
Yes, let me get to that.
Landing pages better connect to customer service department or marketing department for the best result?
Okay, it depends. Alright, so it depends on what your tujuannya apa. Kalau tujuannya untuk jualan, to marketing department obviously, because okay, call us now to book, or call us now to book an. Let's say take another example. Jadi bisa mengerti ya. Car showroom, misalkan showroom mobil. Ada websitenya. Orang mau test drive untuk website tersebut. Jadi dibuat landing page khusus untuk orang registrasi untuk test drive, di mana mereka bisa masukkan nama mereka, detail mereka, dan mereka bisa pilih tipe mobil apa yang mau mereka test drive. Lebih baiknya lagi, saat mereka melakukan itu, landing page-nya ada sistem booking system di back-end-nya yang automated. Jadi mereka bisa pilih tanggal berapa mereka mau test drive, jam berapa sampai jam berapa, dan booking system ini mereport semua orang yang sudah booking. Jadi customer yang masuk bisa langsung lihat real time, oh hari Selasa minggu depan jam 3 sore, oh sudah ada yang booking. Saya nggak bisa, saya harus ke hari berikutnya atau ke jam lainnya. Itu akan meningkatkan conversion sangat drastis kalau menurut saya, karena itu sangat interaktif dan nggak dibutuhkan juga sih untuk orang untuk menjawab pertanyaan itu, karena sistemnya sudah provide apapun yang dibutuhkan. Mungkin untuk marketing department-nya, setelah satu lagi yang harus diingat, saat orang register untuk datang untuk test drive atau untuk menginspeksi property or something, itu jangan berharap 100% dari mereka akan datang. Itu satu hal, karena ini hal yang mereka mudah lakukan, dan it's just filling out an online form. They don't have to do anything, so they can like, oh saya isi sekarang, nanti datang atau nggak datang itu masalah nanti. Okay, so follow up is also important here.
Yeah.
Okay, and the challenge is, this is part of being online ready as well, is to synergize between your online channel and your offline operation. So you have a customer service team or you have a marketing team. You have to make sure that all the data that you get from this online platform goes very smoothly, transitions very smoothly to your marketing team, so that they have all the data necessary. You have to make sure that, for example, if someone fills out a form, everybody in the marketing team gets an email.
Yeah.
It's a very basic example. Like, it's not very recommended because emails get lost.
Yeah.
People don't read their emails, blah, blah, blah. The best practice scenario would be if you have a CRM system, for example. So once a customer fills out a form, it goes into your CRM, and then somehow your marketing department is notified. They get a new task or something from the CRM to contact this person maybe one day, satu hari sebelum hari activity yang mereka book. Bisa untuk test drive, atau bisa untuk inspection, house inspection atau apartment inspection, just to make sure, hey, halo Bapak Ibu, selamat siang, saya dari ini, saya cuma ingin memastikan, confirm apakah besok jadi. If they say yes, great, their conversion rate to come will increase for sure. Okay, so that is for the marketing department. Now, IST, for your question, customer service department would be more after sales. After the first point of sales, and you want to maintain your customers, you want to make it easy for them to contact you. Now, then that landing page is for the customer service department. I hope that answered your question.
So it will be more to the marketing department, ya, kalau gitu ya.
It's more, yeah. Well, if your goal is to sell, then marketing department definitely.
Yeah. Okay.
And maybe the customer service department is not as interesting as the marketing because it's after sales. But it might give your business a competitive edge, because not a lot of businesses are doing after sales very well.
Okay.
If you have a landing page specifically for your existing customers, that's a great idea. If you can make investment in that side of your business, on that side of your business, great. I suggest that you do it, honestly.
Okay.
Okay.
There's a question also.
Yep.
So landing pages or are like Grab big data?
Okay. When you talk big data, it's big.
Okay.
It's we're talking millions of pieces of data put together, like Facebook, for example, or Amazon. You know, it's not just name, phone number, email. It's their behavior, apa yang mereka lihat setiap hari, kelakuan mereka in general, ketertarikan mereka. So no, I don't think it's not really big data.
Okay.
It's not big data because it's just database. I think that's a better a better term for it. It's just database for your business to grow.
Yeah.
So you can email them, you can contact them regularly. It's called nurturing, right? You can set, you can retarget them using your online advertising channel.
There's this one another interesting question. Isn't it too repetitive and annoying for customers if there are too much calls to action?
It depends. If the call to action is a pop-up, then yes. If after they read on your thing, 2 detik mereka baca ada pop-up. 2 detik mereka baca ada pop-up. Then it's annoying. But if it's there, if it's just there, I don't think it's annoying. I don't think it's annoying at all. Yeah. It's even easy. We try to make it easy. Think about it like this: you're not doing this to you're not doing this to be nasty. No, you're doing this to make it as easy as possible for your potential customers or customers to give you a call. And if I was your customer and you make it easy for me to call you, I will thank you.
Yeah.
So
basically, it's helping the customers. Yeah. Make them easier to actually contact us.
That's what we do. So don't feel bad about it or anything. We don't have to, I don't think.
Yeah.
And yeah, some customers like, okay, so there's a click to call action where they can just call or online form. Some customers are like, yeah, I want it now. I want it now. I want it now. We have to make sure that we give it to them.
Yeah.
Some other type of customer, they're like, oh, like malu mau telepon, blah blah blah. You know, malas mau telepon, maunya di telepon, sombong, or so you have the online form for that. So any kind of customer, or maybe that's just online form to call back. There are many other types of online forums like, oh, I don't care, I don't want to talk with anybody, I just want to know your price. That's where an online quote comes in.
Okay.
Alan?
Yes?
How about with live chat?
Live chat?
Yes. In website.
Yeah, live chat's good. Live chat's good. But okay, so maybe talking about annoying, live chat could sometimes be annoying.
Yeah.
In my opinion. Okay, so you want to be a bit careful with that.
Okay.
Yeah, but some people actually like it. But just make sure that that live chat stays quiet until someone actually clicks it. So not the one that prompts. Actually, I'm using that on my website right now. A live chat that prompt. I need to change that. I've been busy, guys.
Okay.
Okay.
There's another question. What types of businesses or industries bestly suited for landing pages and calls to action?
What types of businesses
or industries
are best suited for landing pages and calls? Any industry.
Yeah.
I think any business,
Agreed.
any industry should apply that. And maybe they have different ways of application, but all kinds of businesses really should apply that. Okay, so I think
let's continue
on with my presentation.
Yeah, continue, please.
So please keep asking questions. That's okay, but we'll just address those questions at the end of the presentation, just to make sure that the flow is okay. But keep asking questions, please. I love your questions. These are great questions. Okay, so moving on. So your leads, we're just talking about that. Now we're moving on to estimated cost. How much is the estimated lead cost? Now this is very important, and this is where it gets really fun. is when you use a measurable marketing channel, you can really see your CPA, your cost per acquisition. Okay, so how much does it take for your business to get one customer? Isn't that a number that you will all love? You know, why should you love that? I think I'm getting ahead of myself a little bit here. Let me just make sure. Okay, no, that's okay. All right. If you, let's say, you have to spend your consultancy company, Pak Samuel, consultancy company, maybe the CPA cost per acquisition is higher than, let's say, a product company that sells t-shirts, for example. Maybe to get one customer to buy one t-shirt, it costs them 10,000 rupiah per customer per t-shirt. But for Pak Samuel, because it's a consultancy business, SOP, blah, 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 the journey is a lot longer. Then let's say for one customer, he spends $100 or 1 juta. So dari 10.000 rupiah per conversion to 1 juta per conversion. This number is very, very important, especially when you want to scale your business. Because from this number, you can say, okay, in order to get one customer that wants SOP development for my company, I spend 1 million. And then you think about what your revenue is from that client. Let's say your revenue is 5 million. So you only spend about, what is that? I'm not very good at math. 20%, is that? Yeah, 20%. 20% of your revenue, which is still okay. I guess marketing costs should be between 15 to 20% of revenue. Now, so I want to get 20. I want to get 20 SOP development clients. And what is the answer? 1 million times 20. 20 million, you get 20 clients. Okay, I know that it's not going to be exactly like that, but you got to believe in this data. This data is fact, you know, when you have found this CPA, even though it's not going to be exactly that, but it's going to be in range. Yeah. And this is where it gets very, very exciting, because this gives your business an opportunity to scale, not just to sell, but to scale as well at the same time. And this answers a very hard question that you may have had all this time, that you still probably have now. Well, this could be the answer for you. Okay. Now, how to operate? Again, this is, I think I touched on this, saya bahas sedikit tadi waktu membicarakan tentang marketing department yang harus terintegrasi dengan online platform yang ada. Mereka dapat datanya bisa cepat dan on time, dan mereka diingatkan soal tasknya mereka. Ini penting karena ini tidak berhenti di being online ready doesn't mean that your website. Okay, so now let's say your website is great, a lot of calls to action. Your landing page is great, your marketing is great. You know your estimated cost per client. You know your CPA. Calls are coming in. Online forms are coming in. Right? So you think you're online ready? No, not yet. You're only online ready when you know exactly how to process all this information that you got from your online advertising, and then applying it in your business operation. You know, so this is where people miss a lot. They think like, yeah, I'm getting leads, I'm getting forms, but after that, there is no follow-up. You get a form today, ideally you have to reply or you have to call back within 24 hours. If you can call back within 24 seconds, that would be even better, if that makes sense. So making that transition, the flow, like it has to flow very smoothly. You have an SOP for that. I'm using that term again, a standard operational procedure. You use that for people to call back, for people to reply back to customers' emails and stuff. That is very, very important. And also, like, you know, like a call recording and stuff. This is one of our one of AiiMS products that is very popular in Australia. Actually, it's phone tracking. So even like tukang ledeng and tukang lister, they have a phone tracking system. Yeah. Yeah. So the website, the number that you see here, the 1300 number, that's a regular business number in Australia, 1300. It's not their real number. They didn't get it from their telco. They didn't get it from Vodafone or from.
Really?
No, it's a virtual number.
Okay.
So we have another thing.
Tapi directly nanti connect ke sales atau somebody gitu ya.
Betul, yeah. Then let's say this. So bugfree.com.au and innerwestexterminators.com.au they look like two different companies, right? But they're actually owned by one person.
Okay.
Who has maybe 20 other websites with AiiMS.
Okay.
This is one of their ways to scale their business. When a business spends so much on Google Ads, they hit a limit.
Yeah.
And to get out of this limit, they have to create more and more and more and more websites. There's a plumber that has about 1,000 domain names in Sydney. And
one plumber, satu tukang ledeng punya 1,000
domain names. Yeah.
Domain names.
I'm not kidding. I worked for that plumber before I moved to AiiMS.
Oh, wow.
I created all those. Yeah, it's just crazy. Like you have to break through that limit, basically.
Yeah.
We can't. Because we grew bigger and bigger and bigger. But anyways, I'm sidetracked now.
Okay. Go ahead.
So let's see here. So this is one company having two websites, and the number is different. Yeah, this is 1-300-855-548. This is 1-300-860-465. So two different numbers, two different websites or landing page, whatever. But this is from one company, and both calls from these two landing pages or websites go to one office in Sydney, answered by the same people. But the difference is, so the customer service or the marketing department or whatever you like to call it, when they pick up that call, there is a whisper before they start talking to the customer. They will say bugfree.com.au. So they know that the call comes from this website. If a call comes in from this website, Inner West Exterminators, the whisper is innerwestexterminators.com.au. So they know, so they know what to say as well. So when they pick up, hello, Bugfree here, how can I help you? Or hello, Inner West Exterminators, how can we help you? That sort of stuff. So the experience has to be very, very personalized as well. Okay. And yeah, we do have this service as well in Indonesia, like this phone tracking, and there's a dashboard where you can go and you can check, like yesterday, for example, if you're the manager, if you're the higher up or the owner of the business, you want to know exactly how many calls you got, right? So you spend, let's say, 1 million on Google Ads yesterday, just one day, 1 million. You want to know how many calls you got because that's your return on investment.
Yeah.
Right? But not only that, you want to know if these calls were picked up or not by your customer service, right? So with the dashboard, you can see, you can go to yesterday and then you can check how many calls came in, how many were answered, how many were missed, and so on and so forth. So you can communicate with your customer service department and say like, hey guys, come on, what are you doing? Why didn't you pick up? Why was there 10 missed calls yesterday? You know, or for example, you keep getting calls and they're all answered, dijawab semua callnya, tapi conversionnya rendah. Then you can check the recording of that call. Karena setiap call yang masuk ke virtual number ini, itu ke record langsung secara otomatis. Kalau bisa ada quality control check, silakan. Jadi misalkan dia, oh customer service ini kurang sopan atau kurang semangat or something, and then you can tell them, it's like, hey, come on, cheer up a little bit, like be more polite, be more active, you know, blah blah blah. So there's a lot of things that you can do with that kind of information, and this is part of being online ready as well, as I told you, because ini bukan cuma untuk mendapatkan leads, untuk mendapatkan phone call, tapi untuk memastikan bahwa phone calls ini atau list ini bisa di-convert untuk menjadi bisnis. Sebuah bisnis yang mutually profitable. Yeah, I think we have another question. We'll get to that later. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, your sales. Now, this is part of your sales, actually, what I just talked about. Is your sales approach strong enough to capture clients? Yeah. So make sure when you pick up that call, you sound professional. You know, you sound good, polite, cheerful. And then not only that, when they, if they don't, if the call doesn't work now, call again later on. Schedule a time to catch up. Schedule a time to follow up. Email blasts, SMS blasts, WhatsApp blasts. You know, just keep in touch with them. Always, always keep in touch with them. And another thing, after there is this thing called remarketing in Google Ads. This is used to target all the people who have visited your website. This in both Google Ads and social media ads, actually. So if they visited your website, you can turn on an ad where you put in a banner, like a banner design of your business. And everywhere they go on the internet, they go to detik.com, they go to whatever, they will see your banner again.
Yeah.
You have been tagged. That's what being tagged means.
But
so
sometimes that's annoying, yeah?
Exactly, yeah. So be careful with that. How do you want to play that? But you know, as long as you do it properly, you can set a limit. Actually, this is good, by Jimmy. When you do this, you can set the limit of how many times your ad will show to the same person.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I think if I visited a website, Orbitin, let's say, and then I go to whatever, something else, and then I see Orbitin again. If I see it once, oh, that's Orbitin. You know, I'm not gonna pay it no mind. You know, if I'm interested, I click it. The second time, oh, look, it's Orbitin again. The third time, maybe I'm a little bit like, stop following me around. You know. So maybe we can set the limit to just once or twice per unique visitor. That should be good enough. Because I think if they left your website because they forgot, like, oh, they wanted to make a call, but probably their baby started crying, they have to start picking the baby and cook and start cooking dinner and blah, 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 they forget. And then they get reminded, oh, okay, so that's good, right? But you know, if you do it too many times, like Jimmy said, that could really be annoying. Yeah. Especially if you say stuff like, you have been tagged. That's like, don't be like, yeah. Okay. That's your sales. Now, business scale. Is your business able to scale? Now, this is something to think about. We talked about this previously. It has a lot to do with estimated cost. Now, I guess this is following the first success of your online advertising, of your whatever kind of marketing you've got. And then what is the next step? That's what you got to prepare. Because now you have the estimated cost, cost per conversion or cost per acquisition. But on the offline side of things, on the operation side of things, you have to make sure that it goes, you know, together, right? So you're not just growing, because you're going to end up spending money for nothing online if you can't scale your business offline. Yeah. And invest online, obviously, where you should invest your money online, where you should invest your money offline as well. This is a very, very general question, but in my opinion, some things work well on Google Ads. Some things work well on social media ads. Some things work well in both. But you still need to understand, you still need to measure between Google Ads and social media ads, let's say. You need to make sure which one works better for you. So there's that as well. Because why? You want to make the decision, right? Should I put more money here or here? Which of these two platforms is going to make me more money at the end of the day? You know, so this is all like, this is not even I don't think it's called educated guess anymore. I think it's a fact-based decision. You know, because you see all the numbers, you see all the spend, everything's transparent. You know, you can see exactly how much you need to put out to get a phone call, to get a registration in. Right? Okay, so we got another question, I think. Like, it seems like every time I make a strong statement, like there's a question. That's good. That's correct. Okay. All right, so just a little bit PPC, pay-per-click advertising. There's search ads, display. Search ads is what comes up on the Google search result page. Display ads is what follows you around. Well, display ads doesn't always follow you around. You can just create it and just target people based on their interest, target people based on their behavior, without them having to go to your website. So it's not always remarketing, nggak selalu remarketing. That's why we have remarketing there. And then YouTube ads. One actually very interesting fact about YouTube. When I did my social media research in Indonesia, I was still back in Sydney last year. I thought Instagram would be the biggest thing, right? Like, oh yeah, Instagram. And it is huge, but YouTube is actually bigger than Instagram.
Really? YouTube is bigger?
YouTube is actually bigger. People spend more time on YouTube here in Indonesia specifically. People they spend more time there. There's more accounts on YouTube than on Instagram, and I think the reason is because of Instagram. Actually, I know that probably some of you already have kids that have Instagram. My kid has an Instagram account. She's only 11, and I shouldn't do that. Actually, it's a bad practice as a parent because Instagram doesn't allow you to have an Instagram account before you're 18.
Yeah.
Before umur 18.
Yeah.
Actually, because there's a lot of content there, guys, that you don't want your kids to see. But when it's too late, right? What can you do? But YouTube is different. In order to access YouTube, you don't have to sign in. You can have a Google account or whatever. I don't think you even have to sign in to watch YouTube. And I think that's the reason why it's actually bigger than Instagram or Facebook. Another interesting fact is you can get a lot of likes easy on Facebook, but the quality is usually not that great. Instagram leads usually work better. YouTube, I assume, is similar to Facebook, because the bigger the audience, the harder it is for you to narrow it down to what you can always target, but it doesn't always work. You got to think about that as well. Like the cost per click, like Jimmy said before, Google ads is a bit more expensive than social media ads, but it's a lot more intent focused. It's a lot more like the intention based than social media. It's a bit random, I would say, but really depends on your targeting technique and how interesting your ad is.
Sorry, Mr. Alan. Jadi yang tadi kelebihannya kita tahu ya, berapa klik yang kita akan dapat, biayanya kita tahu. Jadi kita tahu cost per acquisition atau cost per conversionnya udah tahu. Jadi lebih exact gitu ya daripada hanya sekedar marketing yang umum gitu kan.
Betul sekali. Ya. Jadi tahu exactly tepatnya berapa uang yang harus dikeluarkan untuk mendapatkan satu klien atau satu sale atau apapun itu, tergantung bisnisnya. Dan dari situ bisa di scale, bisa dibesarkan. Jadi kalau satu ini harganya 50.000 untuk mendapatkan klien atau sale ini, kalau mau dapat 10 sale ini tinggal 50.000 dikalikan 10.
Iya.
Seperti itu. Jadi basic math banget. Betul Pak.
Iya.
Thank you for summarizing that.
Yes.
Maybe I was going all over the place a little bit back there.
No problem.
Okay. Now this is SEO. SEO is a bit different from PPC. I'm not going to get deep into that. It's ini lebih ke maintain website secara lama, posting blog, getting more organic traffic, bukan yang berbayar, agar websitenya lebih berotoritas di mata Google dan lebih ditonjolkan saat orang search suatu keyword yang berhubungan dengan website tersebut. Okay, this is a summary of the website or the calls to action or whatever. A website is your number one sales rep. Lagi-lagi saya mau tekankan bahwa website itu bisa menjadi sales rep kalian, bisa menjadi lead generator yang sangat bekerja, tapi ya step awalnya harus punya website yang good enough untuk mendapatkan semua leads ini. Karena kalau punya website saja tanpa memberikan path atau call to action atau jalan untuk orang reach out, jadi sometimes kadang-kadang saya lihat website on the homepage there is no call to action, and then when you go to contact us there is a phone number, but the phone number cannot even be clicked on. So you have, sometimes I have to copy the number and then go to my phone thing and then paste the number and call. So that's, I mean, if your website is still that, don't be offended. I'm just telling you from a customer, you need kalian Anda harus mulai memikirkan perspektif customer Anda. Mereka tuh enaknya bagi mereka itu bagaimana? That's basically it. And obviously, great design, it's functional, it's mobile optimized, SEO friendly, focus on conversion, and all these things. Okay, so that's the end of my presentation. At the end of this webinar, me and Pak Jimmy, we're gonna send you an email with a link to this presentation slides. So this I'll share it to everyone. And another thing is I have a PDF checklist. Sorry, I'm not very organized here. Okay.
Stop sharing first,
and
then you share.
Okay. Okay. Can you see the PDF now?
No.
Oh, you can't?
You have to stop sharing. Okay.
Yep.
Now, okay. Now you share the PDF.
There we go.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, but Jimmy is good with this. And he told us, he was like, yeah, I'm just starting digital. Like,
there you go.
Too modest. Okay, so this is the checklist that I told you about in the video, if you watched the video, how to become online ready. This is a checklist that you can use to self-assess your online readiness level from your website. If you already use Google Ads, if you already used SEO, Google My Business, and social media, and at the end you have my contact. So you can either just do this yourself, lakukan sendiri, lalu determine apa yang Anda mau lakukan setelah melihat ini. Lalu mungkin ada beberapa hal di sini yang bisa dicoba sendiri, who knows? Atau mungkin if you work for a company dan mereka pakai agency, maybe bisa dikirimkan ke agensinya untuk self-assessment mereka. It's okay. And then at the end of it, if you have questions, kalau ada pertanyaan apapun, just shoot me an email here, alan@AiiMS.id. You can maybe, if you can edit this document and then circle yes or no, yes or no, yes or no, or you want to print it out, di print, lalu diisi, lalu di scan pakai foto, kirim ke email saya atau WhatsApp saya, then we can get into discussion about this. Free consultation, because I want to really follow up. This is a big thing for me, being online ready. I just think that if I can help as many people as possible with getting to become online ready, that would be great. Especially in this current condition.
Yeah.
We need to work 10 times as hard. We need to sell 10 times more. Because we need to, contribute to the economy, support the economy, of the world, basically. Yep. So that's the end of my presentation.
Wow, very interesting. Yeah, all right. Very nice. Yeah, bravo. Very interesting, Pak Alan, because orang kan suka bilang we are online ready gitu, seakan-akan mereka semuanya udah memenuhi syarat to be online. Jadi kalau kita lihat banyak yang udah punya website, terus kemudian mereka bahkan mungkin punya apps, punya segala macam, tapi sebetulnya belum tentu mereka online ready ya, karena look, before COVID-19, an average Indonesian spend 7-8 jam di mobile phone mereka. Tapi saya rasa sekarang itu mungkin bisa sampai apa? Paling enggak 12 jam gitu ya. Jadi hanya mungkin tidur sama mereka
makan, main HP.
istirahat, makan juga sekarang kan cuma hanya 2 kali kan.
Oh iya betul.
untuk yang puasa ya.
Iya betul.
Jadi rupanya ini banyak yang harus dipersiapkan gitu ya untuk online ready tadi ya.
Dan jangan berkecil hati maybe ya. I think this is another thing. One thing that I learned that I've seen. So I follow, Business Week, all the important like business. They're kind of boring the news, but sometimes I feel like reading them.
Yeah.
Market sentiment is the most important thing. The sentiment of the market. The more you invest right now, the more you try hard, you get your product out there, you get your business out there, the better it is, you're going to affect the people around you to be more positively, to have more positive sentiment about the whole thing. Yeah. And that's how we all contribute to each other, right, Pak Jimmy?
Yes, betul.
Yeah.
Let's see
this webinar.
Yeah, let's see if there are any question. Saya akan buka gitu ya. Langsung aja shout out siapa yang mau bertanya. Kita masih ada waktu kira-kira 30 menit. Tapi itu juga nggak dibatasi, jadi silakan aja. Oke, ada yang mau tanya mungkin? Tolong sebut namanya sama itu ya.
The questions in the chat first, Pak Jimmy.
Oh, okay, yeah. Let's do that. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Gimana caranya untuk registrasi nomor virtual? Just call me.
Okay, alright.
Ini nomor virtual maybe explain sedikit untuk nomor virtual. Untuk setiap nomor virtual ada fee yang merupakan rental fee yang dibayarkan per bulan. Lalu ada satu fee lagi yaitu fee untuk durasi selama phone call itu dipakai. Jadi ada satu fee untuk rental satu fee untuk rental dan ada satu fee untuk membayar tergantung berapa banyak pemakaian dari nomor tersebut. Here's someone singing.
Ada yang nyanyi nih. Oke. Go ahead.
Okay, David Bustami, how do we know which option is better? What do you mean between landing?
No, I think afterwards he said disregard the question.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
Okay. Richard, gimana tahu kalau biaya yang barang investasi dan kasih tips dong bagi kami yang pembisnis baru. Bagaimana tahu yang kita lakukan? Okay. Alright, I think it's ada internal calculation ya dari masing-masing bisnis. Apakah suatu cost itu efektif dan efisien? Satu hal untuk mengetahui itu dengan membandingkan dengan revenue yang dihasilkan dari marketing cost tersebut. Misalkan saya bilang tadi marketing cost should be between, I think, 15 to 20% is good. Below that is great. But if it's still between 15 to 20% is good. So maybe that's one. Another thing is maybe you can try, experiment, trial and error, and find the best, the most efficient and the most effective one. I think that's
Okay.
That answered the question.
Yes.
11.
Yes, I think so.
Okay. All right, that's good. After the landing pages, YouTube ads, IG ads, etc., do we need to place ads in non-online media like newspaper or big screen, big ads on highway road just to have a brand image? Okay, now, this is one thing. Indonesia, when it comes to brand marketing, the best. I think.
Yeah.
The businesses in Australia, nothing compared to you guys. Nothing. They're more sales focused. Pak Jimmy, can you mute everyone again?
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you. So yeah, so branding. That's a very good question actually. To get volume, maybe that would be good. You know, if you need, let's say, if you're an app and your app is targeted for everyone, ada aplikasi yang lebih banyak pemakainya lebih baik, itu when the digital side of things already reach its limit, then you can move on to that. But I don't suggest you start with big ads. Start digital. Because why? You can start small. It's measurable, you know. But once you hit the limit of it, you need like 1 million users, like maybe more than that. There's how many people in Jakarta? 30 million.
Yeah.
You need 10% of that, so 3 million. Then if you keep advertising, you can still get it by advertising digitally, but there will be a limit where you just can't exceed. Maybe you can, but very slowly. Then using big ads like that will be good. And this is not from me, to be honest, this advice, because I went to a seminar before COVID. It was by the CEO, not CEO, CFO of Coinworks. Heard of Coinworks? That's what they did. So they started digital, and they got big. But then they hit a limit, and that's how they started. You know, they got the funding, you know, league, whatever, and they spend that on billboards in Sudirman. They spend that, but that is very, very high risk. Only get there when you really, really need it, because right now nobody's seeing anybody's billboard, to be honest, and it could hit just like that. In digital, people are now this is the market that I've sort of like felt masukan-masukan dari banyak teman-teman mereka yang sekarang, oh, I should have started digital last year. I should have started digital last year. I should have started it 2 years ago. Because right now this is the only thing that can help, to be honest. Like and Pak Jimmy said, the audience is only bigger now than ever.
Yes.
They spend 6-7 hours per day on their phone. Before, now they're spending 10 to 12 hours, and that's true. More ads. I've been a victim of ads as well. Like sportswear is my thing. I see stuff from Nike all the time, and I've bought a couple of T-shirts. I've bought a couple of sneakers, and you know, I had to stop myself from doing that. So this is actually the best time for you to do that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I hope that answered your question. Kudos, good presentation by Jimmy, Pak Alan. Thank you, Dinka. Oh, Dinka is here. Okay. Fino, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, everyone's thanking. Awesome presentation. Thank you, Kim. You designed the presentation slides. I know. Francisca Maya. Okay. Another question. Apakah ada hal-hal yang menyangkut perpajakan dalam pemasangan iklan dan seringkali menghambat pelaku bisnis, khususnya bila bisnisnya masih skala kecil? No. Saat advertise di Google Ads atau saat advertise di social media ads, kan seperti ini ya. Another thing. If you do it yourself, you pay to Google directly. You pay to Facebook directly. If you do it through an agency, you pay too. You pay Google directly, and then you pay the agency management fee. Okay? One thing I'm going to remind you now, do not let your agency tell you to mix the two together without telling you how much is for Google and how much is for them. This is the first thing that you should consider when you're approaching an agency is they need to be transparent with their Google Ads spend, with their Facebook spend, because these things can easily be marked up. Okay, but to answer your question again, no, you don't have to worry about any pajak, karena saat ditagih Google, misalkan spendnya bulan ini, let's say small business 2 juta rupiah total, totalnya spend 2 juta, sudah ditambahkan pajak, jadi 2,2 juta seperti itu. Jadi tinggal bayar dan beres. Kalau untuk advertising seperti itu nggak ada. Ini mungkin bedanya lagi dengan yang billboard dan segala macam yang ada pajaknya ya, Pak Jimmy.
Yes, betul.
Dan bisnis skala kecil ini the best for bisnis skala kecil in my opinion.
Iya.
Okay, Pak Samuel again. What do you suggest for cost of call from customers? Apakah menjadi beban dari customer atau free call for customer make a cost for company? Okay, yeah, it's there is a couple of options actually. Bisa pilih untuk menanggung semua biaya call dari virtual number itu. Jadi customer nggak usah bayar sama sekali. Dan ada juga yang bisa memilih customer juga membayar. Cuma kebanyakan customer juga membayar.
Iya.
Tergantung virtualnya apa.
Dan Indonesia biasanya seperti itu ya. Jarang yang punya toll free number atau kita yang bayar gitu.
Betul, betul. Betul sekali. Dan untuk Indonesia, kalau untuk di Australia itu nomor apa saja bisa, mobile phone bisa, landline bisa, 1300, 1800, banyak macamnya. Cuma kalau Indonesia untuk sekarang masih cuma landline number saja.
Iya, iya.
Untuk mobile number belum bisa.
Oke.
Tapi nggak masalah sih. Jadi untuk numbernya misalnya 021 50 bla bla bla, itu nanti nyambungnya bisa ke HP langsung.
Iya.
Jadi dimanapun bisa angkat. Begitu. Okay. Thank you, Francisca. Not a problem. David Bustami, do you see a future where physical advertising will go extinct in a sense? Wow, I'm not a visionary, but I don't think it will go extinct ever, because people will still go out if they manage to defeat the virus, and I think they will. There's a lot of smart people in the world. I'm confident with that. But ada satu interesting article yang saya baca dari Harvard Business School. Itu mereka bilang social distancing akan berlanjut sampai 2022. Beritanya seperti itu, and it makes sense actually, because why? I think some people, even after this is done, vaccine is found, this disease is not going to be eradicated forever, right? Like, let's see polio. Polio was found like how many years ago? I don't know, maybe a long time ago. But even until now, Bill Gates is still trying his best to eradicate the disease completely. Because of logistical reasons, because there's a million different reasons. So yes, I think physical advertising will lose its momentum in the next couple of years, at least. It will be a bit hard for them to pick up, and digital will only grow bigger from this.
Yeah,
that's what I think.
I think it'll reach a new equilibrium between the portion for online as well as offline, atau conventional and non-conventional.
That's correct. Yeah.
Physical and virtual.
Yeah, and I see a lot more ads coming out every day from many different companies. It's great.
Yeah.
It's getting bigger, and I think this is like a wake up call for a lot of businesses to start doing things online.
Yes, I think the virus has forced many of us, or most of us, to go online and go more digital than ever before.
Exactly. Yeah.
Jadi orang lebih digital lah sekarang ya. Setelah ini pun udah terbiasa gitu.
Yeah, not only in marketing but also in daily operation, like meetings are held online now and stuff. It's not easy for a lot of people yet. I think people are still getting used to it. Month of April was where they get used to it, but starting this month, May, I think this will be the new norm, and I don't know, maybe Zoom will start advertising soon. Probably in the middle of a webinar, there will be an advertisement placement. Who knows?
Who knows? Yeah.
Yeah, especially for big webinars, they can start making money like that.
Exactly.
We should probably do that. Maybe invite 1 million viewers next time and start charging big money for advertisement.
Oke, ada lagi question ini mungkin yang ini langsung aja. Tadi kayaknya Pak Setio mau nanya, ngangkat tangan tadi, raise the hand. Ada yang ini? Kita masih ada waktu kalau mau untuk beberapa pertanyaan. Tapi yang menarik ya, sambil menunggu kalau ada yang mau nanya lagi ya. Ini yang menarik itu memang kan tadi kita bukan expert ya, Mr. Alan ya, untuk bikin bikin landing pages, kemudian bagaimana call to action, bagaimana membuatnya mobile friendly, bagaimana supaya kita bisa betul-betul hitung cost per acquisition atau cost per conversion ya. Memang kadang-kadang perlu bantuan gitu kan, dan sebenarnya nggak mahal juga kan. Justru ini sangat efektif gitu daripada kita advertise di sesuatu yang nggak jelas, terus kemudian ini bisa minta tolong gitu kan. And that's what you do kan, Pak Aaron.
Yeah,
Jadi
exactly, yeah.
itu yang dilakukan oleh AiiMS ya.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not going to try to promote too much here because that's not the main objective of this webinar. But one thing I'm going to tell you, when I brought AiiMS from Australia to Indonesia, I did, price research among agencies in Indonesia, and I thought like, oh my God, we're from Australia, we must be more expensive than these local agencies in Indonesia. And then guess what, guys? We're actually cheaper. So that's all I'm going to say now. I did my research, and that's what I found. Our Australian prices are cheaper than your local agency prices here. Reach out anytime, obviously. I'll be happy to bring you in. But, I want to more, I think for the first year at AiiMS, my focus, especially me, I want to create like some sort of, like this is perfect for me because I want to have a channel where I can share my knowledge and, where I can just, talk to people like this without, without the pressure to have to sell, you know what I mean? Yeah. Because I believe in becoming the authority. Menjadi otoritas di sebuah market is more important than the quick wins. Yes. That's what I believe in. So, like, look at Pak Jimmy now. He's been the authority in his market, and he's great. He's doing great. You know what I mean? So I think that's sort of like this. He's one of the people that I look up to the most, and I want to learn from that. I even copied his hairstyle. I used to Okay, we got a couple of questions. Tolong di summarize. Okay, that's very good. Okay, this is going to be hard. Give me 5 seconds. All right, so I think whatever you're doing now with your business, stop for a second. No, don't stop the business, keep the business running. But whatever you're doing right now, other than running your business, stop right now and go to the presentation slides again, go through it, go through the checklist, isi checklistnya, assess diri kalian masing-masing, not diri, bisnis kalian masing-masing, sebagai dan just to know how online ready you are. I think that's going to be very, very, sometimes we need to take a step back to move 2 steps forward, right? So take a step back, go through everything. Being online ready is more important than ever now. So make sure that you are online ready. I think that's the summary. And again, when you're done with the checklist, you can always get back to me and Pak Jimmy. We can have discussions again in the future. Pak Jimmy and Mr. Allen, please let me know if there is any webinar again in the future. So amazing to hear both of you. Thank you. That's nice. Congrats and thank you very much. Thank you very much for staying here till the end of the webinar or close to the end. Pak Jimmy is gonna, okay, maybe we'll do it again in the future, together, Pak Jimmy, for sure. Yes. Sometime later. That's I've loved it so far. Maybe Pak Jimmy can do his slides next time and I can comment. But I personally, I have another webinar next week, so I'm doing it weekly. Pak Jimmy also has tons of webinar. He's not doing it, he's probably doing it 3 times a week or so, which is amazing. I wish I could do that, but I'm not as popular. So anyways, so yeah, I'm gonna have another one next week. It's called Legally Digital. If you want to just follow us on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, AiiMS.Indonesia on Instagram. On LinkedIn, we're AiiMS.id, Facebook, AiiMS.id, or, email me and I'll get you registered on our email list so that you'll get updates on our next events. But Jimmy, maybe you want to tell them about your next couple of events?
Sure. I'll do that while also closing later on.
Oh, okay, sure. We have a couple more questions. We still have time. Just close probably the last two questions that we'll have for now. Yeah, Pak Jimmy?
Yes.
It's almost ending soon. Untuk bisnis tertentu seperti fashion retail, apakah di website perlu ada virtual reality? What virtual reality? Like virtual reality showroom?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think what he's referring to is like, you know, if you wear
Yes.
the clothes gitu kan,
Yes.
seperti memakai gitu ya.
Yes. 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 That's right.
It's good. It's a good idea. It sounds like a good idea, but I don't think it's very, very necessary. Nggak penting banget karena even the big e-commerces now, they don't have that yet and they're still able to sell.
Mm-hmm.
And the psychology is also sometimes, that's why they hire very, very good looking models to wear clothes, right? Because I want, like when I see a Nike t-shirt and in this guy that is super athletic and he's big and he's, you know, it's like, oh my God, I'm going to look like this guy.
No.
I buy that.
Virtual reality, I think it is the product is where to own.
Where to what, sorry?
Ya, sepengetahuan saya, Alan,
Mm-hmm.
kalau virtual reality ada beberapa produk yang kita, misalnya seperti tadi kata Pak Jimmy, bahwa kita bisa lihat pakaian itu dan kita kesannya pakaian itu bisa dipakai oleh kita. Maksudnya dengan tampilan kita, wajah kita pada saat kita shot, kelihatan pas di badan kita, cocok, pantas. That's it.
I understand, but again, I don't think it's necessary. Seperti itu udah penting banget. Kalau bisa mungkin bagus, but if not, that's okay. And there's a lot of